I'm sorry for the vertical video, I know. But since I don't have a cameraman or a crew, and I'm so poor I can't even afford a selfie stick. But I thought I'd try something different here. This feature is one of my favorite. It's got to be in the top 3. And before we get this video started, I just want to say, man, look at that. They even go where they start. Out right there. There we go. Even blow the 305s loose. I love it. Also got some thoughts, suspicions, and maybe some predictions. I think we got something better coming in the pipeline for maybe the 7th generation of Camaro. There's a reason I believe Corvette didn't get this feature. I think the 7th generation Camaro is going to get something badass coming. So I'm going to get set up and let's get going on this video. So first off, let's start off by saying, what is the no lift shift feature? Honestly, I didn't know this car had it until after I purchased it, but when I found out about it, I thought it was the most amazing thing, and it was just genius, because in a world of everybody's wanting automatic, and that's the way the world's going anymore with the automotive sales, and even when you're given the option, I mean the percentages of sales with manual transmissions is in the single digits for percentage wise of total sales. So, but honestly, in order for GM to not really fight back, but give the manual transmission a fighting chance at survival, they've installed this feature, and this car is the first factory car that I am aware of to have this feature tuned factory right off the showroom to have this feature ready to go. That's amazing. The Mustang, these cars, the Mustang and Camaro going back and forth, and it's like, it reminds me of like two little brothers growing up. If he has it, I gotta have it too. In all seriousness, this feature is absolutely genius, and I can't thank Chevrolet more enough to have given us this feature. I did do some research, and I went to the Ask Al portion of the Camaro 6 forum, and I found a spread chart, and I'll put it up right now. This feature has been written into the Camaro since the model year of 2016, but as you can see, the 4-cylinder and V6 guys, the 2016 model year, sorry you didn't get it, but it was written into the SS and the ZL1. But from 2016 on, this car has had this feature, and 2018, the Mustang had this written into their tune as well. But thankfully, from what I've heard and from what I've read online, it doesn't work as good as a Camaro. So yeah, the no lift shift feature works, and it is the most unnatural thing when you are practicing. And when I say practicing, this is going to take some practice getting used to. If you grew up driving a manual, I'm telling you, it feels so unnatural, it is insane. But the way it works is you hold the accelerator, the throttle, the gas, whatever you want to call it, all the way to the floor. And when I'll pull the chart back up again, but when the ECM or the PCM, whatever you want to call it, sees 100% throttle and the RPM's going to 5,000. So once it sees 5,001 RPMs, the ECM will, when you engage the clutch and shift gears, the ECM will actually hold the RPMs at whatever, because it's different for every engine and each model. So whatever the ECM is programmed to have the target RPM at, is what it will hold it at, and it will allow you to complete the shift without the RPMs dropping or taking your foot off the accelerator. But I will tell you, it's going to take some practice, because if that TPS, which is the throttle position sensor, sorry, the bugs are eating me alive out here. If that TPS sensor senses that you have lifted your foot, if it goes from 99%, it will disable the feature, and you're gonna go straight to redline. I was out practicing this feature, and it was like when I had like 3,000 miles on the car or something, but I was out practicing the feature, trying it, but I was constantly hitting redline, and I had to practice. So once you get it, you're gonna love it, and it really does help. There are aftermarket tunes that you can get, and I have seen some C6 Corvettes online that have this tune written in, but it's an amazing feature. Back prior to all this tuning going on, they would just manually, they used to call it power shifting, and what it was just you go to the end of your power band, and then you know, you would just, without lifting, you would just jam it in gear, and it would give you an extra boost from the speed of the engine not slowing down, and the transmission having, or the rest of the car, rest of the driveline having to catch up to the speed of the motor, and that would give you that jolt, that boost. So this isn't the case for this tune, but I'm kind of thankful that they did it the way they did it, because back in the day when they were power shifting, that was so fucking hard on everything. It would just annihilate. It was so hard on the clutch, so hard, I mean, it would send shock through the entire drivetrain. But it did work, it did help, and you know, that's where this whole thing started. So okay, I'm gonna say this, and the way that GM has put the tune in the car, actually I think it's gonna work better. It's gonna work in our favor. Going up to 5,000 RPM and trying to hold it in the 6,000 range, it's not gonna let it go 6,500, 7 grand, and then you know, really slam that drivetrain like that. It's gonna hold it, and the faster you can get into the next gear and, you know, reduce that window of the engine speed, or the, I should say, the driveline slowing down far enough to catch back up to that 6,000 RPM window, the faster that you can complete the shift and get it going again, the easier it is it's going to be on the entire drivetrain, and it's also going to keep you in the power band or onto the next gear faster. This way, I think GM hit it out of the ballpark as far as taking it easy on our clutch and really reducing potential damage, I'd say. There's way more to this feature than what I could cover today. I'm gonna break this up into a couple videos, because I think that of all the features on this car or in the 6th gen Camaro, I think this is probably my favorite, and the one that people should be talking about the most, because I think that this one is going to actually help us save the manual. Man, they really nailed it with this, and I hope that they have something where it is like a variable where you can select, maybe in the next generation. Maybe I'm hoping that they will lower the tolerances and make it easier to get those shifts, because I practice on this thing. I bought this car in October of last year, and I practiced all the way up to the end of 2019 trying to nail this feature down. If they make it just a little bit easier, and I think if they like I said, make it more forgiving, I think people are going to be a lot more apt to use this feature, and I think it's going to gain traction. Who knows? I sincerely hope people are out there. I mean, they put the feature in the car for us, so why not use it? This way, I'm telling you, as opposed to the old way, this is a heck of a lot easier on the drivetrain, heck of a lot easier on the clutch. It does work, and I will post some videos. I think it reduced your shift speed by like half. There's no definitive way for me to actually like test. I don't have any equipment myself that is going to be that accurate or that scientific to actually time your shifts, but I will say the good old butt dyno never fails, and what I can tell and what I can feel, it keeps the momentum going, and it keeps you in the power band. Like I said, it's a very understated feature that people are not talking about, which I think they should. Before I die of malaria or whatever, I'm gonna get out of here. But anyways, I just wanted to say, as far as me personally, all the features in this car, this is definitely in my top 3. So it might be number 1. This feature is really badass, and I hope they keep it coming, and I hope they actually improve on this. I seriously hope that this does not go away, and the 7th generation of Camaro does end up with a more perfected, more refined version of this no lift shift. It's awesome. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, don't forget to share. Seriously, this one needs to get pushed around. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Have a good day, guys. Hope you guys are doing great, and I will see you on the next one. Later.